A man wakes up. He found himself in a hospital bed. Not far away. An old man is very strange. His hands were like withered twigs. But his fingernails kept growing. The man pressed the call for help, but there was no answer. So he got up to look for the doctor, but the old man in the bed was gone. While he was puzzled, the old man ran up to him and grabbed him by the neck. The man pushed the old man away and ran down the corridor. He shouted. But no one responded. The old man came after him. He pressed the man against the wall. The man struggled to climb forward. He got a scalpel and plunged it into the old man's neck. The man got up to look for the doctor again, but when he turned around, the old man was gone in an instant. Only a pool of blood was left on the floor. The man returned to the hospital room, but the old man was lying quietly on the hospital bed. The man looked at him with surprise, then hurriedly changed his clothes, prepared to escape. The man keeps an eye on the old man. He was afraid that the old man would jump at him again. Then a nurse suddenly appeared. The man rushed to tell her about the old man, but when he looks back, the old man has disappeared from the bed. The woman slowly opened her eyes. She looked around. There was no one there. So she took off the ventilator. She tried to get up and sit up. But suddenly a hand grabbed her. Then a strange woman stood up. She was staring at her. The woman looked at her in horror. Suddenly her other hand was grabbed. Then her feet were grabbed. The woman screamed in fear. The man over here heard the shouts, rushed over with an iron bar, but he was accidentally stabbed. Then he ran out the door and locked the strange women in the hospital room. They fled to the corridor. They picked up the phone to call for help, but the phone wouldn't ring. So they tried to escape together. But as soon as they pressed the elevator, there was a hissing sound behind them. The three of them turned around. 3 women were crawling towards them. They ran away in panic. Then a hand grabbed the man. The man stopped in fear. But behind him, a caretaker suddenly took him away and pressed him against the wall. He told him not to run away. After that, the caregiver turned into a faceless man. The man was so scared, he fainted. The policeman went to the convenience store to buy something. When he was paying, the owner kept gesturing a pistol, so the cop touched his gun. Then he raised his gun and pointed it at the customers in the store. But he was prompted to recognize the wrong person. Then he came to the hospital. The police asked the man to look out the window. The man pulls back the curtains. But it's dark outside. Then he turned around. The policeman at the door suddenly disappeared. The man picks up the wrench. He walks cautiously down the corridor. Then the doctor leads the way. They came to a big door filled with pink smoke. The doctor told them this was the exit. So the policeman was the first to run through. The woman followed. The men are persuaded by the doctor to go as well. But the next moment, the policeman was dragged through the door. The man got up and tried to run. But the doctor pressed him against the wall. The man struggled to get away. He tried to take the woman away. But the doctor only moved a few steps. The woman was sucked away by the door. Then the man took the elevator to the top of the building. He opens the door. As the sunlight pours in, the man who was in a car accident in reality is slowly recovering.